Hey, aloha and mahalo. I'm here in Eden Roc, on my piece of land here in Eden Roc. You can see we have pig pen over there, and we build a small house for us while on this land. We're continuing to finish. This is our deck here, kind of living room, you know. And then here I am. This is one of my taro badges. As you can see, we harvested this portion here. Yeah, let me turn the camera around so make it easy. So before I went to Washington State, we harvested all the taros in this section, and then we replanted them, and they're coming out really good. Okay, but we harvested them. Yeah, so we still need to harvest this part. On the back side, you see all the cover plants that we planted. These are 1 year old. Yeah, next month, August, will be yeah, a year old for all these cover plants on this side. And then the banana, I forgot how long ago did I planted these bananas, and they're fruiting. There's this one is fruiting on this here, and then the other ones, they're also fruiting on the other side. I think those are really good for boiled bananas, something you cook. This one is probably for to ripe and then you eat it. Anyways, one of my viewers wanted to know how do I plant my taros and all that stuff. So if you watch my other videos, I talked about how do I get the soil, but I guess I can talk about it again. When we bought this land, there was no soil on it. That soil was this thick, very, very small. So what I did is I went to Home Depot and rented a skid steer, and I used the skid steer to basically bulldoze all the trees and stuff. So when I bulldoze the trees, I shook them down so that soil can fall, and then I scrape all the soil and put them together. And then let me turn the camera around, I'll show you. This soil, all of this soil that I have here, it's all scraped, and yeah, scrape and put them together. Yeah, and then I plant my taros on it and kava, and also we put some soil in the trenches, and we planted the bananas. Yeah, okay, and it won't work if you just use those soil. So that's why I ended up getting pigs. All right, so pigs are very important to make your soil rich with nutrients. All right, so just because I have the soil doesn't mean anything at all. In fact, if I don't do anything about the soil when I plant all the taros, they're not be alive and green and like that. So that's why I went out and got me pigs. Yeah, and so I used the dirt from, or basically I used the pig poop as fertilizers. Okay, so before I plant anything, I've dug holes down here and then fill them up with the soil that I get from the pigs, and then I plant my taros and everything else. In fact, you have to keep on feeding all your plants using the pig poop. Let me show you what I set up here. Okay, my setup on trying to get all the poop from the pigs. Okay, so let me show you. Let me turn this around and I'll show you. This is a secret method. So as you can see, the pigs are, yeah, obviously I will build them really good pig pens, but for now temporary. This is very temporary for them. And then I spray all the poops and stuff down here. And this is a trench. It's really like very big trench around here. So this is very deep. I filled it up with soil. In fact, I already got a lot of soil out of here and I used it. But this was a pile of soil over here in this location. Yeah, and so I filled this with soil, and so when I need it, I come and grab all the soil and use them around on my land. So you can see I use them everywhere. So these taros are humongous. Before I planted these taros, I dug from the sand. So this is my fertilizer here, fertilizer pool. Let me call it that way, fertilizer pool. So there's a lot of soil here, okay? A lot of good soil, and you can see all these potatoes. They really grow so nice next to it because, yeah, so that's what the pig does for me, is giving me soil. In fact, I will, this time around, I don't have enough things to throw in there. So I plan to buy maybe a ton of, what do you call those things? A ton of mulch. And so that way I can just drop it in here. And then I'll, keep on using it, come and grab and use it throughout my property. So you can see I planted a lot more banana trees. Let me turn this around. All right, so before I continue on, please subscribe to my channel, share. If you live in Eden Roc, share with your friends that live in Eden Roc, so that way they can do the same thing. It's very helpful. We've harvested so many, things. Potatoes. Oh my gosh, potatoes are so big, and it's a lot. And almost every day I go down and grab me potatoes and cook potatoes. Oh, very sweet potatoes, the Okinawa potatoes. And I also harvest the taros. A lot of taros here, so we harvested a lot of taros so far. We've been harvesting. We still go back and forth between our house in Washington State and here. So every time we go to Washington State, we harvest and then we brought them. Obviously we have to cook them before we bring them. Anyways, let me take this opportunity to thank the Micronesian United Big Island, namely Jeremy Wallo and Carlson and all of those guys that work at that organization. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Now I have a lot more plants to grow, thanks to your organization. Thanks for the grant that provided that. I don't know who gave it to you guys, but thank you so much. If you're a Micronesian, reach out to these guys. If you want to know more information, reach out to me and I can hook you guys up with this organization so they can help you. I'll show you what they brought. Okay, I'll show you. Let me turn the camera around. So, see all the bananas that I've just recently planted. In fact, it was yesterday, Sunday. Yeah, I know, but there was really nothing to do. So, I went out and planted that one way back there. Okay, and this banana here is also from that organization, and the bananas all over there, they're from the organization. And this orange, this is an orange tree. Okay, so why I planted them around here is because I'm planning to put in a pond in this area here. I'm gonna put a pond down here, and this is water that comes from my fertilizer pool. I will call it a fertilizer pool because all the water that comes down from the pigs. Sorry, it's a mess. I broke it. This is for my piglets. plan to construct a better place for them with real roof. Yeah, and I'm planning to put it in this corner. Yeah, so it's gonna be made of concrete and all that stuff, real nice, dry. And then I will just make a pipe down to my fertilizer pond. Yeah. If you ask if it smells, yes, it really smells right now, just because I don't have enough mulch to throw in there to cover the smell. And also I'm learning how to create IMO. You guys can look up what IMO is. I'm learning how to do it so that way I can use those to kill the smell. But right now it's still smelly, so I'm still trying to figure out how to take care of the smell. All right, because it is smelly. It smells of money. Smells of food. Yeah, because this pond, this fertilizer pond, will provide a lot for. Yeah, so it's really good because I just come here and grab the soil and I use it everywhere. Okay, I use it on all the plants. I use them. So I will come and grab the soil from my pond and then go feed. Yeah, in fact, my breadfruit trees, they were going to die. You know, they look yellowish and stuff. And then once I come and grab and just fill up under the whole breadfruit tree, now it's really green. Even the kava plants. Yeah, see, I have a lot of kava right now. Yep. Kava, 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 kava. They're growing everywhere. I plant kava everywhere now. See, kava here. And then potatoes are everywhere. These are just, I didn't plant these potatoes. When I hired a guy to come and clear the last section of my property, so because I wasn't able to drive the what do you call it, skid steer down in this trench here, so I hired someone to come and clean this area. It's a little bit, not too much, and then I had them pile up the soil again. So there's those pile of soil, I'm gonna use them. In fact, I'm already starting to use them. And those wood, they're gonna turn into soil, so probably burn some of them. So yeah, if you're wondering where the soil come from, yeah, I asked the guy that came to clear the last piece of my land to put all the soils together. So that's why I have all this soil. Okay, there's more soil under these logs, but because the logs are here, once I move the logs, there's soil under them, and then I'll also plant more betel nut trees here and more of those citrus plants that the Micronesia United gave them to me. So you see, I asked the guy to pile all this dirt, yeah, so that way I can start planting on them. And I'm already planting a lot of stuff, so believe it or not. And then you see kava, and then kava. So this one I planted directly into the soil, so you can see. This ones I put them in the potting and then transfer them down here. So yeah. So another thing I use that you'll see here is the a black cinder. I ordered I believe a load of, I don't know how many tons or whatever, but I ordered a load of a black cinder. So I mixed it with the soil. When the black cinder is really helpful, it make for drainage, and so that the soil doesn't like become rock, and so it doesn't become so hard that the roots of your plant cannot grow into them. So that's another important thing. Yeah, when I grab soil from my fertilizer pond over there, I mixed it with the black cinder, and then I fill up the hole, or at least put half of it, fill up half of the hole, and then I put my plants in them. And then so all these plants have soil from the pond, okay, from the fertilizer pond. So you guys know what is my fertilizer pond. It's where I collect the pig poop, urine, and all that stuff. They go down there. It was very deep. I filled it up with soil, with all kinds of stuff, and then when I spray the water, it goes down there and stand there. Yeah, and I keep on throwing like dead leaves and stuff in there. But now I'm using it to fertilize my plants. And I think that's why the plants, they love it. And so they're growing really well here. So see, this is from my potting, and this is directly planted. I didn't use no fertilizer from my pond on this ones. I'm planning to go ahead and planning to do that later on today or tomorrow. This is a lime tree. Yeah, from the Micronesian United Big Island group. Already planted this one. And more kava. They're growing really good. Kava here, kava there, kava. And then papayas. So, papaya. Papaya. And then we have kava here again. It looks like it's starting to grow. Yep. Beetle nut tree. Yep. And papaya. So here's another thing, because I put a lot of soil from that fertilizer pond under this coconut tree. It would also, beetle nut tree. It will also fertilize this papaya. So soon this papaya will go crazy and growing. And then I have this lime tree again. Yeah, and so see all this soil from the clearing. Okay, so from the clearing I asked the guy to push all this soil. So he grabbed soil up from this trench down here under the house, and then piled them up here, and now I'm starting to use it for planting stuff. And so as you can see, we cut down all the guava trees here. I hired another organization to come in and for their fundraising, so I paid them to come in and clear all this guava trees from here, because we're gonna bulldoze this. So the driveway will be like here. The main driveway is from here, way bigger and easier for even dump trucks to come through here if we need them to. Okay, alrighty. So why am I building a off-grid house here? Because it's not leveled, and I don't want to pay thousands of dollars for someone to come in and bulldoze it and stuff. So I built this house on top of here, you know. So yeah, we have dogs, guys. We have dogs. Lola, Ginger, and Dora. They're the guard dogs. Okay, so we have dogs to guard our property, and we have cameras. So yep. And so again, thank you very much for watching my videos. There's a lot of videos. I talked about all the things that I do on our land, things that, yeah. So the main reason I wanted the pigs is for fertilizing my plants, because I know I'm going to need them. Yeah, you cannot just use soil and replant on soil. No, you have to keep on feeding the soil itself with nutrients, right? And the best is the pigs, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna make their house, or so now I kind of stopped buying pigs from my Marcy and the family, because I wanna kind of learn this for now, and then fix all the issues that I see, which number one is the smell. I believe that's gonna go away, but yeah, so now I'm on a holding pattern. As soon as I learn more about these pigs, and then we'll get a lot more. Or now we have a male and we have 3 females, so we can basically they can breed, you know, they can breed pigs. But I still want to buy from Marcy. She's awesome, so I'm gonna continue buying from her and supporting her business. So guys, if you want, you know, if you have any questions or anything, yeah, how do we, yeah, the soil here is really good. So don't tell me that you cannot grow anything in Eden Roc, because you can, and I can prove it to you. Okay, this is soil from the land. It's not soil that you brought in. Okay, and talking about Micronesia United, here we still have a lot of plants left, so we're gonna plant them. These are all citrus plants, so we're gonna plant them around the property. They also provide fertilizer. I haven't used the fertilizer because I'm using the ones from my fertilizer pond. Yeah. Yep. This banana almost died, and then I brought soil from the my fertilizer pond, and look at it. It's so green. Well, let me show you what I brought here. See, this is a pile of soil that I brought from my fertilizer pond from the pigs, and this tree was going to die. No kidding, it was going to die. It was like yellowish and stuff, and look at it. Oh boy, it's really green. And look at the keiki, it's smiling and very happy that, okay, so yep. And kava plants too, they really need a lot of nutrients, so you have to, yeah, so what I do is I go grab soil from my fertilizer pond, and there you go. See, and look at this. Yep, they're 1 year old now. 2 more years to go and they'll be ready. I think they're ready now, but I want to make sure they're really good, mature and strong. And yep, look at that, having potatoes, papayas, potatoes. Yeah, so let me just show you. Okay, my wonder, this is actually my taro batch. This was my first taro batch. We harvested a lot of taros, humongous taros from this, but I left it intentionally. I didn't weed it. I just leave it like this because I want to move it, so soon I will get a skid steer and push them all to the property line. Same to this location here. Yeah, so this is, I harvested, these were kind of the very first taro patches that we created, and there's no more. We don't take care of it now. We just let it rip with weeds and whatever. We'll come back to it and take care of it. But yeah, so yeah, look at this. Look at all the banana trees coming out. And look at the Hawaiian chili peppers. Yeah, this once I didn't put any of the soil from my fertilizer pond. I haven't put anything down under this, but I know that if I put some, this thing is gonna go green like crazy. I put a lot under this because it was dying. The breadfruit tree was dying basically, and then I put, see this, I put a lot. Now look at the top. And look at the bottom as well. They're very green now. Yeah, so the new leaves that are coming out are very green. And it was turning yellow. And this is Okinawa potatoes. There's a lot of potatoes here, okay? There's a lot of potatoes. So I just come down, grab a couple, and then boil them, eat them. More kava plants. They're really growing good. Yep. And so here is my black cinder. I use it for my plants. Black cinder. Yep. I put soil from my my fertilizer pond, so that's why this ones are very green. I put a lot under this, a little bit under those, not a lot. I should put more though. And now you can see my kava plants are really growing out good. Yeah, see, kava plants here, kava plants, kava everywhere. I'm gonna fill up this whole land with kava. Yeah, see, this is kava, and they're growing out so good. They're very green. See, kava. I hope the coconut trees can grow up. I don't know. Maybe it's too high up elevation wise, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I planted a banana down in this ditch here. So I'm gonna bring more soil from that fertilizer pond and drop them in here and make the banana happy. Yeah. Okay. Alright guys, so yeah, see the pile? Yeah, that's a lot of soil over there. So once I'm done with everything, I will come back to the front here and clear this out so I can use the soil in there. Yeah. Okay, for now, I'm concentrating on finishing up the house and yeah. Okay. Alright guys, so thank you so much. Share my video with our fellow Eden Roc people so they can learn, from my mistakes and learn from the good things that we do. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, mahalo and double shaka. Okay, I copy that from our mayor, Mr. Mayor Alameda. He always say double shaka.